Steve, congratulations. What a great way to bounce back after last week.
So important today that we, obviously 3 points, but it was so important that we showed great determination, desire to defend the box, and obviously 3 points is probably what we deserved. Looking at the game back, but it was difficult. This is a really difficult place to go. I've been here probably with 4 teams and probably came away with nothing. So it's a really tough place to go. A long trip after last week. We've done a lot of soul searching this week, and let's get it right. Last week was a really dark day, and it wounded us badly. And I know it wounded everybody that supports the club and involved with the club. But it's all about the next game in football. Bit emotional after the game actually, because the lads put so much into it. It meant the world to them, and for the people that jumped on the bus and travelled this distance after last week, I can only thank them. And as I say, luckily we've delivered 3 points for them.
You changed the system slightly, didn't you? Instead of 4-3-3, you went 4-4-2. Do you think we look more solid playing that way?
I suppose it's 2 solid banks of 4 without asking your strikers to be travelling back, following full-backs and things like that. So, and we've got 3 really good 9s, and I thought it was a chance to put 2 of them together. They've all trained great this week, so Aidan's not far away from making a big impact for us, and it was going to be 2 of the 3 today, and it was Cedric and Jack, and as I say, they put in a massive shift, but we still need to be a bit better. And that little final part, the final pass, under hitting passes when we can stretch them, especially on a dry pitch, and just that little bit of composure in front of goal. But their keeper made 2 or 3 really good saves, to be fair, and they got a lot of blocks in, but we did have a lot of entries into the box, and as I say, it was all about getting 3 points today and getting a reaction, and I think we did.
Jack Maskell it was who scored the winner. He was so unlucky twice, wasn't he? You mentioned that their keeper pulled off 2 good saves for him, but it was persistence that paid off for him in the end.
Yeah, I mean, we kept putting quality balls into the box and getting in each other's way, and there was loads of bodies in the box, and nothing fell right for us. And you're thinking, is it going to be one of those days? And if it is going to be one of those days in front of goal, have we got the will to keep that clean sheet while it is? And you come away from here with a point, and a hard-earned point at that. But I think on the looking back at the game, I think we probably deserved to win it.
He gave Callum Griffiths his first start of the season. He did ever so well, but he came off injured near the end, didn't he?
Yeah. He's had a nightmare this season, Griff, with injuries. He's trained really well. As I say, we looked to mix it up. Him and Heads, probably after last week, deserve to start the way they've trained and the way they've been knocking on the door. We've got a decent squad. We've got a good squad, and I think people have got to understand that as well, because you look at the bench all of a sudden and take last week out of the equation. It's difficult to, but you're looking around and you've got some really good options there. You've got Aidan, you've got Ellis, you've got Toby. You've got really good options to come off the bench. Ty, and so I think it's going to be. I don't know how. It's pretty early to diagnose it, but it didn't look good. He was switching a ball, and immediately he was right in front of us. He's pulled up, and you knew there was something up. So hopefully for him it isn't. But yeah, for him to pull up that quickly after striking the ball doesn't look great.
So Ratcliffe now on Tuesday night, and let's hope for another good performance, another 3 points.
They've had an unbelievable start of the season. They've got really good options at the top end of the pitch. We had a tremendous result there last year, but I didn't think it really told the tale of the game. We scored sort of 4 worldies really. So the game was probably a lot closer last year than the result would say. So we know their strengths, and we know that the gaffers there are really expansive, and we know we'll be on the back foot a lot, and we'll have to defend just as well as we did today.